Howdy folks, welcome back to episode 3 of the Bacon Series here on Ray County, Missouri. Now, we are still in harvest season, but we're getting some stuff rolling. We had to lease a semi truck to be able to haul around and he's just pulling up in the yard now, to be able to haul around our fertilizer because our other truck is currently being used along with the white tractor and the trailer. So we are going to get this 7488 hooked up to the dry spreader basically is what it is, and we're going to be putting some potash on field 17, I think it is. Yes, field 17. So we need to get this thing kind of not parked, but we need to get this thing hooked on up onto this spreader. Now this tractor is big enough. Obviously it's probably a little overkill for this thing, but we need to get this stuff spread, and our other tractor is currently being busy right now. Why are we not wanting to hook up there, sir? Because we are like in the tractor. That's not a good sign. All right, can we back? No, you don't want to hook up? Why do you not want to hook up? Come on. All right, what are we doing here? Is it because we got a different hitch on there? I wouldn't think so. All right, well, should be no need why we can't get this thing to hook up. Oh my goodness. Struggle bussin'. Now you guys can't even see. There we go. We got it hooked up. Oh, let's back this thing up. There we go. My Atlanta. All right, we got this thing out and ready to rock and roll. So we should be able to drive up underneath the tank here, and hopefully this thing will start to fill us up. Let's hope. Let's find out. This thing's gonna turn a little goofy for me. Maybe we're not close enough. Maybe that is something that I need to get better squared away at there. Let's try that. Now we should be able to hit R, right? No, we might need to be in that truck here. So let's get this guy out of here. Oops, wrong buttons. There we go. All right, let's fire that up. Leave it running. I'm thinking we should be able to hop right underneath this thing and hit R. Maybe. If I can find the unload. All right, so we might need to come in back in here and select our trailer. All right, let's open that up and make sure we're on truck. No, we don't want to open. Oh, do we got to lower? Do we need to lower before we can unload? There we go. I wouldn't think we would need to lower, would we? All right, well, nothing like clipping through the, yeah, we shouldn't have to have that down, I don't believe. All right, well, anyways, we're done with the truck for right now. We need to go spread this potash on this field, so let's get rid of that. And we do have precision. One quick second. Let's make sure that this is all set up. So I want to get display in here and show her harvest and spray. All right, so let's get the HUD opened up here. There we go. Now we got a little bit more display there on the right hand side. So let's get this going. Spraying it, or fertilizing at 16 miles an hour. It feels pretty good. Now that we are using the Soil and Fertilizer mod, we are not using precision farming. So we will see how this all works, how this is all functioning. We need to get the pour and the fair. Basically, this field needs a lot of treatment to it. We did not put any sort of GPS or anything like that on here. We're just kind of winging it for the most part. And we will kind of see what's going on with our, I think this might be plenty enough potash. This might be able to do a couple of the other fields as well. Now, potash is added. This is not a map thing or another mod. It is part of the soil and fertilizer mod itself. You cannot be using it in conjunction with precision farming. Will not work. Now, I'm not quite sure if there's some settings that I'm missing or I need to adjust. If you guys do know, leave a comment down below. And that way we can get some stuff figured out together, because brand new to using this this particular mod. Now, this thing should have... I wonder if this is based upon how fast I am going. I don't know if it is. But we can test that by putting a little... come on. There we go. Try to get my speed dialed in here. Now, I'm not... Like I said, I don't know for sure if this is... if I'm going too fast for it and it's not going to apply the correct amount to everything. I really don't know. So... we do have the auto... Okay, hold on. Looks like we have the auto rate off. So, how do we... Variable is Alt 7. I'm not quite sure. Alt. Maybe this one in particular doesn't have an application rate per se. Because I'm pretty sure I changed the key bindings. Is Alt plus 7 is what I changed it to. And it doesn't look like the app rate is off. So not quite sure what's going on. We'll kind of continue to monitor and play this. Now, I do believe if we look up in the top right that the goal, the target goal is the blue line. I do believe. Now, it does look like... I'm not quite sure. It is looking like we're kind of meeting our target goal here. We might be overspraying a little bit or overspreading a little bit, but I guess that's okay. As long as we're getting a soil update field 17 fully treated with potash. I'm not quite sure what that means. Maybe because I was driving in a spot that was already fertilized with potash? I'm not quite sure. That could be the thing. It says fully treated, so I'm not quite sure. Pass 100% potash. All right, so we're just going to continue to spread this on our fields. Now, I think this mod, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody that has been using this, there's so much that goes into this soil and fertilizer mod that even like compaction, the weather, like the rain and things like that will affect it will affect the way that the fertilizer and stuff actually works on here. So like more rain, things like that, you end up getting less, you almost get runoff in a way, right? Okay. So I do know, and I don't know if there's maybe a setting, maybe some of you guys do know this, but like we could look into the treatment side of things and look at what we need for everything else, but it's going to tell us exactly what we need. So that's kind of a plus for that. So we'll look into that a little bit more as we continue on. But I do think we want to get this out of the pore section. So we're going to need quite a bit of potash, I'm thinking. As I'm looking up there to the top, we are 216 out of 220, which is in fair condition. We want that to be in like excellent good condition, which we just hit that. So that is good. We're going to continue on with this. It also looks like we need some N and P on here. Forgive me for not knowing the actual names of that, but we will figure that out together. Like I said, I don't deal with that stuff in real life. I just get to drive the cool equipment and things like that. Don't have to worry too much about the stress of the farm side of things. I'm just the farm hand, man. All right, we're just going to continue laying this down until the field's completely spread, because we are eventually going to work all this stuff in. And I just don't know, like, if this particular spreader mod that we have, maybe that doesn't do the auto rate to it. I'm not quite sure. So we'll get the rest of this done. Then we could probably, while we're at it, we might be able to go look at the other field. The other field that's getting picked with corn, I got the helpers working on that stuff. So they're just working away doing that. They're picking the corn. They're hauling it to the bins. We got that squared away. The last couple episodes, I think we were kind of struggling with that a little bit. I got it figured out. So we got, basically what we got is, I had to set the distance to the trigger a lot further than what we had it. So everything should be working as is. I might need to go check on the combine and stuff like that. So all right, so field 16 looks like we do need quite a bit of this potash on here. But let's hop out and go check out our tractors and whatnot. I don't know how full these things are. We didn't have a whole lot left. We are still in the month of November, so we have not had a new day. Oh, driver of Magnum 7150 got stuck. All right. Cannot calculate a path. So did the tractor like run off the path? We're going to tab to him. See if we can figure out. Oh, jeez. Oh, Pete. Driving right. No wonder why you couldn't figure out where the path was. All right. Let's get you fired up and get you unstuck. Thanks, bud. This is what happens when you leave this up to the... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Can we get this thing out of here? That's going to be the better question, guys. He got this thing stuck in there tight. There we go. Just needed a different angle. All right, since we're already over here, we are just going to come on and get unloaded. Nope, put that baby back out there, brother. Come on. There you go. All right, so I'm not going to, oh, we better open this up. There we go. So he can unload that. All right, so we need to work on this field. We also need to go down to probably field 12, probably throw some potash on field 12. I could probably, while we're here, we could send this guy down to field 12. Field 12. Let's get him going down that direction. And away he goes. And then we got to make sure that we got our guy here ready to rock and roll. Well, that's the combine. That's the one we want right there. All right. Don't think we got it pretty dang close. Didn't quite empty out the combine, I don't think. Oh gosh, he's gonna run into us. Easy there, brother. Sheesh. Easy. All right, we'll get this thing loaded up. Now, like I said earlier in some other episodes, once you get Farming Simulator and Courseplay to all work together, it makes the farm feel more alive because you have things... Oh, and that guy's got stuck over there. I spoke too soon. Let's see. This guy just got stuck. All right. Well, we spoke too soon. Once everything's working like intended, things seem to work just fine. And it makes the farm feel, like I said, feel alive. All right, so there we go. All right, mister. We got him all filled up. Now this thing's just going to wait right here. And then he's going to go take off to that other field over there. Okay, he's cruising around. Looking pretty good. And the semi is already back. Gonna get its fill on here. Maybe. Where'd the semi go? Oh, he's still making his turns. Taking his time. I like that. Taking his time. Now, like I said, we had to adjust the like the look for. I just did air quotes. We had to do the look for the basically the unload section of it. For whatever reason, it was set on global, and the global was not working properly or something. I tried 10 meters, and then we eventually bumped it up to 25 meters. So he should stop every individual one. He is doing that himself, not me, which is good. And if we get out, this guy shall pull forward, and the semi is going to pull around and get topped off with the rest of the corn from the auger cart. All right. Now don't mind the dump spot on that one. I don't want to really change that because of the semi. But our intentions were not to use the Parker wagon for this, just because the main intention was for the semi itself. So like I said, once we get everything figured out, worked out, it all works out in the end. All right, I have not gotten the ring ding from the 7488 where it's reached its destination, unless I missed it, which could have happened. But we're going to go back down and we're going to go catch the combine real quick. So we don't need that HUD open right now. So we might get lucky here. Nope. I still need to get the courseplay there. He is the 7488 has reached its destination. I need to get the courseplay figured out to where the auger is constantly out in the center. So that if I'm in this thing, it can just go and pick itself up, pick the combine up just like this. We'd be unloading as we go. But that is not the case. Just about got ran over there by the combine. He's going to back up, get his auger out. See, then this is what happens is he eventually does this here and runs over the crops. So we're going to turn on auto drive for this. Once he's done, once the combine's done unloading, we'll turn the auto drive on this and let these guys take over. And then we're going to jump down to the 7488, get field 12 done spread with potash. And we'll get that field done. We'll have to see what else kind of, what else we need on that field. I don't think it's going to need a whole lot. But again, trying to get this thing figured out, the soil and fert mod figured out, is something that will just take a little bit of time. Nothing like backing down the rows like this. I have actually had to do this in real life before, and it's not the easiest to do, especially when it's a single row where they have to cut out like that. Typically, we try to make a turnaround, but where we were sitting at that point in time was kind of a hillside, and we didn't want to cut out, so had to back that out quite a ways. I don't think I ran anything over though. All right, we're gonna let that guy finish up. Let's go grab the truck, and we'll get some. We'll get ourselves down to the field 12. I do want to check on this slurry tank to see where we're sitting at with this, because we can start utilizing some of the manure in here. We got 1,200 liters, which isn't quite a bit, but we might be able to check to see what we had in here. There might be more in this, the actual buildings themselves. So we're gonna have to check that. Make sure we keep those things. Why don't you want to pop up there, bud? All right, we'll just have to go into this way. All right, so we got the large barn. We have 2378 of slurry in that one. Let's run down to this other one. I don't think there's probably not as much in that one. And I just don't know if this mod, if it's picking up both of these barn placements. Let's see. Slurry, we got 1453. So we're not sitting too bad. We got plenty of space. It's probably going to take probably a season or two to get to that point where we can utilize the majority of that slurry and constantly be making a bulk abilities to do to be able to utilize that a lot better. Let's get who parked that thing this close. Let's just jump in like that. Fire this baby up, and we're gonna head down. We're gonna head on down to field 12 and get ourselves spraying on that, or spreading on that. We're probably gonna need to purchase another decent sized field for corn again next year. So for this go around, we might have to see if there's something available for more corn. We could sit on quite a bit of this corn. We'd have to look to see what we have for what we have in the bins right now, but that should carry us over. But I'd still like to have the ability to be able to like sell some corn if we need to, but also have a pretty good comfortable spot for us to be sitting with our corn supply for our pigs. All right, coming up to field 12 where the 7488 is currently sitting. There it is. There it is. We're just going to park off to the side into the ditch. get ourselves out of the way and off the road. And then we should be able to fire that baby up. Let's turn our HUD back on. I kind of want to look a little bit further into this here. So we don't need a whole lot. We do. It's in fair condition. It's in poor condition. Okay. The mod just reset for us there. So let me stop where I'm at. Turn that off and let me get into the settings again. I want to check to see where we are sitting at. Environmental seasons, all of that stuff is correct. Let's go back into there. Display HUD map overlay. Okay. So I want to change Shift T will show us what we need for this field. I must have to be out. There we go. All right, so pH is okay. So we need, we basically need all of the nutrients. Potash, liquid DAP or MAP, AMS 405 pounds, 405 pounds a bushel. So we're going to need, yeah, we're going to have to put down a lot of fertilizer. Okay. Get this field all rock spread. Now I do have the what is it, the plow? I have periodic plowing off base game, but this mod, if you do plowing, it gives you a better bonus. So that might be something we look at. I'm not quite sure what the bonus is per se, but something we could possibly look into. All right, get into this little Weasley corner here. Get ourselves turned around. I really like this spreader. It is from OS Farms, and he makes some pretty good mods, guys. Pretty good mods. It should be. I got a collection of it on my itch page. It has all the mods that I typically have or have used in the past. So yeah, we got that going, which is good. Now the corn stalks are a little bit harder to see for potash, but we kind of got an idea of what it is. We could toggle on. Let's look at the map overlay and let's toggle that on. Let's see, phosphorus. All right, so I'd have to move some of that stuff, look around, but potash field 12. Yeah, it is kind of hard to see. Potassium is K. Potassium, guys. So good condition on that. We're going to just continue to spread the rest of this field regardless. All right, got probably a little bit of a pass down below. When you're doing this by eye, it is kind of hard to know exactly where everything's at. Like where you have been previously, that type of thing. But that's why GPS works for you. All right, we are completely full with that. Let's send this guy back to field 16. Let's see. We want field 16. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's back underneath this stuff. Let's just send this home. And then we need to get into the truck and run back. So we're needing some nitrogen is what we're going to be needing for both of these fields, but we still have to spread a bunch of that potash on field 16 to get that all squared away. Probably going to go and pass this guy. All right, hurry it up, bud. Hurry it up. I think there's a driveway in over here somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe we should put a driveway on down here somewhere. That guy didn't even stop. Either am I then. Now we do have traffic turned off. It works with auto drive so much nicer when traffic is off. Can't have best of both worlds, you know what I mean? The other thing on here is like crop rotation. I think I have that set on through this mod. Is you get better yields and stuff like that through crop rotation. All right, so we are. Let's go check to see how these guys are doing. He's filling him up, and away he goes. Away they. Nope. All right, looks like the combine's done. That's good. He's all folded up. He's empty. The field itself is done. Very good. All right, so we have just a little bit left to probably just go dump in the bins off of that Parker wagon, and everything else is completed. Nice. So we'll get ourselves this out of the way so we don't run into issues with this being in the way, and then we got to move it later. So I think with that once that semi is done, I think what we can do is we'll unhook that. We'll park the trailer. We'll unhook that, and we will return the leased truck. We will return that because we won't need it. I need to get this thing display off of here. Layers off. There we go. Map details medium. All right, there we go. All right, let's get into the part or the white. We'll get into that thing, and we'll go dump that. Get that parked up out of the way, and you can be done, ma'am. I'll take it from here. Thank you for your assistance for the fall. Greatly appreciate it. Your paycheck is not coming in the mail. I'm just kidding. That's kind of rude. But we are not paying our workers. We should be. We should be paying them. You know, I think we might just give this thing straight to the pigs. Maybe we'll just do that. We'll give about half, so it's gonna be about 1,300 bushels, liters. All right, 1,300, right there. And we'll go give the rest to the other barn. All right, field 16 is done, which is good. I was gonna take that side, but we'll take this way. There we go. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh. What are we hitting? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now we're stuck. What are we stuck on here? Uh-oh. This is not good. There we go. We got it. We got it. Woo. All right. That could have been a disaster. All right. We'll dump the rest of it up in this hog barn. There we go. Top them babies off. Perfect. All right, time to go down. We're gonna park this thing, and then, like I said, we need to swap semis and whatnot around. I wouldn't mind swinging up underneath this thing and seeing how many liters we have in this. We'll just leave that right there for now. All right, we got 299,000 liters of corn, guys. That is half full, or that is over half full. This thing holds 400,000. This in particular, and this one holds 100,000. So between the two, they're 500,000 liters of corn. There might be some soybeans in there. Let me see. What do we got for yeah, I'm pretty sure we got soybeans in there. Yeah, 19,000 of it is soybeans. 279 of it is corn. Now, if we want a better price, we could actually send this stuff to the elevator and dry it. So if we did dried corn right here, I think it's this one. Looks like in January. Again, we are on the hard economy. So if we can hold this out till January, we might need 2 trucks constantly moving, and we should be able to make some money selling some of this corn. Now that's got to go to, let's see, can we Show stations. Ray Carroll. All right, let's go back to the dry corn. Dried corn. So there's two of them. I don't think I have another mod on here that's contradicting it. I don't believe, but I'm feeling like this is the one. Oh, I am, because I'm using, guys, I want to let you know. So I am using, let's go into, it's under factories. Whoops. It is this mod right here, which does dry corn. So if your map doesn't do dried corn, this dryer corn mod dries corn. You do have to fill it full of straw. So there's two versions, the shiny, newer-ish looking one, and the old, like rustier looking one. So that's what that one is. That's the symbol down here, bottom left. So we do not want to use that one because we're not using that in this, this play right here. So lots of corn in there, lots of corn. All right, let's get this, let's get this thing unhooked. Should be able to unhook that just right there. And then we'll grab the semi itself. I want to test something and show you guys something pretty cool that you can do with auto drive course play stuff. Particularly auto place is I have this set up, maybe not for this particular trailer. We will test it though. But for this particular trailer, guys, I have, so I'll show you once I get in there. We are going to take this, and I just want this to go to, I have it semi-trailer park. So we're gonna send that off. There we go. And we're gonna go take a look, see how well he does. Now this is a little bit different trailer than what I used to set it up. It's just a little bit longer. We use the mower for this setup, but I think this should be able to do it. It is a little bit longer, so that could affect it. We will see. But what he will do is he's going to back it into where I have it parked, and I'll show you where it's backed in at. We're just going to leave this right here because I know this is out of the way. So we're gonna kind of see how he does backing this trailer in. So he's gonna come around up this hill. So he's gonna get himself, and he's gonna actually nose way up here. So let me get out of the way for him. Now, when you set these up, you want these trailers to be relatively straight from where they're gonna go, especially when they're long like this. But I think he will do just fine. So the way that this works is the back of the trailer now. There's all those points that you guys see. The back of the trailer is where the stop is supposed to go. That's where the back of the trailer is he's gonna attempt to get the trailer to go. And it looks like it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be real tight, but I think he squeezed it in there. I think he's squeezing it in there, guys. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Definitely, I will mess with that later so he can actually get that thing over a little bit further. Because the point of where, oh, he's stuck on that. Let me just help him just a little bit. There we go. And then he should stop right there. Perfect. Awesome. So we will have to do a little bit of tweaking with that, but either way, I think we're good. We're going to get this hooked up to our other trailer. Again, sometimes the auto drive and all that kind of stuff is really nice once you get it set up, but sometimes it just feels like you're being a manager of logistics and making sure these guys don't run into things as they're driving and whatnot. So sometimes it's just as fun to play and just use the equipment, but it gets to be a lot of running around when I'm trying to make content. So we're going to try it out anyways, see how it's going to work. All right, let's go and return this semi. Get him going. The other thing I could do is get the spreader guy going, but we're just going to go get this returned. We're just going to sneak around him. I don't mind this cab over like this. I do like these kind of styles, even though they can be, if they don't have air in the summertime, these tractors could be stinking hot. Really hot. All right. Drop this off, and then we need to go spread some more potash. This thing's just a screaming. That's why we call it the Screaming Eagle. I think that's what they call this one in the game. Screaming Eagle or something like that, or Soaring Eagle, or... But we're going to call it the Screaming Eagle. That's what we're going to call it right now. Screaming Eagle. All right, returned. We're going to even leave it running for them. Go and return this at the store. There we go. And... see, garage, switch modes, and return. There we go. Back. All right, now we need to pick up. We're just gonna jump on over. There we be. Go grab the 7488. I don't think I need to move that thing. I wonder, I bet you there's gonna be probably quite a bit left in here to be able to get this potash done. So let's go get this. We got just a little over half, which I don't know if this feels quite a bit bigger than the other two fields we just did. So I don't think that they're going to be the same. All right, so for this one, I think we might just use some courseplay stuff going on. So I'm going to get this thing kind of down in this general direction towards the roadside. And we'll get the courseplay set up. Probably get by with just one headland around. So let's get this opened up. And everything else should be fine there. I don't think any of this stuff should matter. Lower tool, because we're not really lowering it, but lower tool early, raise it late. We should be good. And we'll come into here to field work, 105 feet. Field center. Up downs. We don't want racetracks. We could leave it on up downs though. Yeah, let's just leave it on up downs. Directions of rows. We'll go to 0. Bypass, and we should be able to generate the course. There we go. All right, let's start the job there. See what happens. Not quite sure. He might be still trying to generate the course, but let's get the combine and the auger cart up and out of the way. Might need to get this thing out of the way, so let's move it. Hopefully, there we go. Oh, and I knew it. We're going to just pretend that never happened, guys. All right, we're going to start this on the first waypoint. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's because... yeah, I think it's because of the way the pathing's working. It was wanting to go that direction to start. We'll let this guy work his magic a little bit. We got some mud on that baby. All right, you are done. Take you off of auto drive, and we will take over from here. Now, I don't know if I even have a pressure washer. I'll have to find out. Oh boy. Oh boy. You got it, bud. There he goes. All right, spreading some potash there, which is good. Yeah, we might have to look to see if we even have the pressure washer. We might not. I don't think I bought one. I did not buy one. All right, so let's go find one. Pressure washer. I don't think I have that one in here. All right, after looking through my mod stuff, I'm just gonna wait with the pressure washer for right now. We will eventually get one. We're gonna back this thing up in there. See how well we can do it. Not doing too bad there. See if we can get that tucked back into that corner a little bit better. Oh, we're hitting something. All right, there's that unhooked. Perfect. All right, for that now, that guy's got a lot of work to do, but we could go and spray. Oh my goodness. He is stuck, ladies and gentlemen. I probably wanted him to start with the headlands first. So let's actually, we're gonna have to redo this. Let's stop. Let's go back into the field work settings. All right, field center up downs. I want you to start on the headlands. Where are all that stuff at? Refuel tool. Tool waits on the field to be refilled. Okay. I think we'll leave that. All right, so where is... I want you to work on up downs first. See, I'm not quite sure why he is so far off the beaten path there. But I'm thinking it's because we have center rows, skip rows. Let's change that to automatic. Spiral, lands, racetrack. Let's put this on lands, maybe? Now, how come we don't have, like, number... Oh, there it is. Number of headlands. There we go. 1. There we go. Now we should be good to go. We're going to do up downs. No rows to skip. And now we'll generate the course. That's what I was missing right there, guys. All right, let's start that job. Now he should be able to do a lot better. All right, so we're going to let this guy be right now. And we're going to go finish what we were doing, getting the combine off the field. And then we need to get the other semi parked up over this general direction. Now, kind of looking back to, do we want to run ourselves a ripper? We could. It's going to give us, let's see, let's take a look at that. Let's get into the settings real quick. Actually, I need to move this first. Otherwise, that combine's going to be in the way. The combine will be in the way. We might want to get ourselves a pressure washer for this. That thing's looking filthy dirty. But I think we will try to get this thing right in the shed again. There we go. And we might be able to back this thing. Sorry about that view there, guys. We might be able to back this thing directly right up in there. There we go. Yeah, definitely going to be needing to get ourselves a pressure washer. All right. Now, I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to throw down... Can't do any granular because the granular's off with that there. But we do need to get ourselves some... okay. So let's go S... No, we got to hop out, actually. ST. So I need... both lime. Let's get some liquid DAP. Let's get some liquid in our tank, and we should be able to spray this with the sprayer. So we'll do that. Early November is where we're currently sitting. All right, we're gonna leave that there. Where did my truck go? Because we're gonna need to send the tank into town and get filled. Now, let's see. Was that the only field? All fields, my fields. So, all right, field 16. Yeah, we need some... All of these need a little bit of nitrogen. Back this thing up, and should be good to go. Let's turn you on. And I want you to go to... I need you to go here. Need you to pick up at liquid, and you are going to buy some let's see here, which one were we looking at here, chap? What field? 17. The field 17 needs, that was map, this one. And so is there like a fill level in this thing? Do you guys know? Can we fill this to like a specific amount rather than always full? Let's see. Scale lines, auto drive, all that kind of fun stuff. Maximum detour. I don't know that we can change it to be like a specific... like a specific amount that we want it to fill to, rather than it fill it all the way up. If there is, let me know down in the comments, guys. I don't think there is, but I think we're good. We'll just send that guy. We want field 17 weight with that one. And he's going to go buy some liquid. See you later. Sayonara, dude. All right, time to get the 7150 parked over towards the field 17. It's going to be down here. We need to move that truck up and out of the way. And we'll leave you right there. All right, get that baby fired up. And I think we're going to put this over to field 16. We could have just drove it. You guys, why don't you just drive it? Well, I could have. Had time. Sometimes it's just as fun to watch this stuff work too, as well. There we go. He's reached his destination. Now, this guy might need a little help. Maybe. Let's see if he gets it to work. Let's see if we get it to work. All right, so apparently I need that thing to go a little bit further out. That was almost too far. Okay. We'll just back this up. We're going to set that thing about right there. And we wanted... Why can I not... Liquid fertilizer. Stop. Oh, because we already have liquid fertilizer in here. Aha! Okay. Well, we're going to go back and we'll put this back there. We'll fill this up into the sprayer. I was thinking that was empty. That was my bad. I should have looked. This guy's going to town. We got automatic rate off. We could have been done with this field already. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Let's move this around a little bit. Harvester panel. Something like that. Is this guy like having issues? He might be having issues. All right. We're just going to... Oh, is he done? Yeah, it's us doing it now. Silly. All right. Let's zoom out just a bit. I'm not even quite sure which way we're going with this right now. All right. Fly him around. We do have the extended GPS deal for courseplay on as well. It acts like your GPS or your courseplay stuff. It acts like that in a way that you can utilize it just like the in-game stuff. So I'm just trying to kind of try different things here and there and see how it goes. Looks like he's just spreading. Not sure why it's not picking up. Well, that is... Oh, we don't want him to start there. He's already done that. So, we need to go something like this. That's why that wasn't working, chat. So, I don't think he ever made it around. I don't think. So, this is nice where, like, precision farming shows you the map. That is particularly nice. It shows you the map of what has been done, so to speak of, if that makes sense. But for right now, we're going to kind of just hit this whole thing. This is such a big field. Okay, so I'm thinking we want to start here. And we should be able to just click on this GPS deal. There, it's active. And then it disappears for a little bit. Yeah, so I'm kind of wishy-washy. I don't know what I want to set up. If I want to just leave, like, the way courseplay is. And utilize courseplay, but at the same time, just utilize GPS. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you guys kind of like tend to do? I know this tends to work okay when you kind of get it to work. That's kind of the running thing is when we get it to work. It seems to be okay. I got the course map layout on the mini map down the bottom left, so that kind of helps me with being able to see where I'm going next. So some of this is just kind of getting used to doing the whole thing. getting familiar with everything is the big key, big takeaway. All right, so I think that guy is back. So this is the good thing with this courseplay thing is now that I'm done, I'm gonna go check on the sprayer. I can just hit this right here and make sure it's clicked on the nearest waypoint, and he will take over and continue to finish everything. So that's pretty nice. Wait, what? How come we got insecticide in this thing? Wait a second. I never filled this up with insecticide. Is it going to hurt anything if I spray this on here? It's going to get rid of that, but I don't think we want to use that. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I don't remember it having insecticide in here. But we're going to drop this off, which I think is, let's see. Control I? There we go, Shift I. Shift I, chat. All right, we'll come over and get the rest of this filled up. What? Okay. All right, we got enough there. Get this all unfolded. And we'll start spraying. Now this possibly could fill everything up the way we need it, or get our field to where we want it, possibly. And then we're gonna work all of this in is what we're gonna do. Well, we got a bunch of stuff done today. That's gonna have to be it for this episode, guys. We're gonna finish getting this field done. The next episode we will be in December, and we're gonna finish that off. We gotta purchase some more pigs, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys all on the next one. Have a good one.